quick little video, I'm hoping anyway. Just had an email from our good friends at Artec Welding. Obviously, as you know, me and Artec, we work together on quite a few projects. We are also continuing our partnership into this year. We've got some more exciting things to announce over the coming weeks. But yeah, I've just been tasked with providing Artec with a nice fabricated part to put on display on their booth at the NEC next weekend, which is the Practical Classic Car and Restoration Show. We're going there anyway on a Friday for other matters that we'll discuss soon. So yeah, I'm happy to oblige with that. So I've got this manifold here that I finished up this morning, which is a 421 manifold for a K11 Micra. If you want to see me fabricate one of those, click this video card up in this corner. It will take you to a video where it shows me making one of the manifolds from scratch, right down to making the collectors in-house. Anyway, yeah, go watch it. It's a fantastic video. Downside is it doesn't really stand up on its own, so I need to make some form of bracket, some form of stand, so that manifold will sit by itself, stand up by itself on the Artec booth. I've actually got an idea in mind based off some bits of material that I've got left over. So yeah, be a nice short sweet video. We're going to fabricate a stand for that manifold to sit on, so let's get over to the welding bench. Right, so what I'm thinking is we're going to use some 10mm round bar and just sort of bend it up on the hoof in sort of like a little sort of shape like that. We'll then have a stainless steel flange with a bit of 2-inch tube on there, so the manifold slots onto it. And then what we'll do is we'll then bend up a second lot of round bar and end up with this sort of shape we've got there. So we'll go make this first, and then we'll see about any sort of details we can put with whatever room we've got left. So let's go get some round bar and let's get bendy with it. Right, so there we go, that's the base of the little bracket thing done. Now my idea is for this piece here is to weld something on like this at a slight angle. Now obviously I don't want any of these bolt holes or anything on there, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a cutting wheel. I'm just going to cut off that to make this flange a bit squarer, and then we'll weld that onto there. And then my thought process is we'll then weld a 2-inch tube onto that flange, because if we come over here to the manifold, that accepts the manifold is a slip fit onto a bit of 2-inch tube, and then we'll just use a Micolor exhaust clamp to hold that on there. Yeah, I've got a stainless one of these somewhere, so I'm gonna go dig it out. I'm gonna go cut it up. See you in a second. Right, so that's the flange cut up. That's gonna sit there like that. So I'm hoping you can see that it looks loads better now I've chopped off the irrelevant bolt holes. So yeah, that's gonna sit there. What I'm just gonna go do is I'm just gonna go put the faces of this on the linisher, just to give that a nice sort of brushed appearance rather than the mill scale. Yeah, let's go do that, take 2 seconds. Now, wouldn't you agree, that looks loads better. I even did the sides and the top, so we've got a nice looking ground finish all round. So next step is, let's weld that onto there. Right, so there we are, and you can see that very subtle lean back that we've got there. So I think what we'll do next is, before I start to finalise everything, I'm going to quickly tack this piece of tube in there, and then we'll come test fit the manifold. The tacks should hold the weight of it, and if we're happy with the angle, we'll go ahead and weld on this top bar. So yeah, we're definitely going in the right direction. I have put a slight bit more lean on this base flange here, but I do think I can actually shorten these down a fair bit, which I'm more than likely going to do. So I'm going to carefully take this manifold off here, because the weight of this manifold is actually moving the angle of this, so I want to try and retain that as much as possible. So yeah, let's I think we get away with taking about 5 inches off the end of these, and then we'll go in and bend up a top bar in to triangulate everything, and then once that's done we can get it all welded up. Okay, so that's the second bar cut and trimmed up. That looks sick. Yeah, that is exactly the look I was going for, and now I'm looking at it, I don't think I'm going to put anything in here. I think this is one of these cases where less is certainly more. So yeah, all we've got to do is, I think I'm going to trim these down, because there's a bit of unnecessary overhang here, and then we'll put a nice little weld in there. We'll put a nice fillet weld in there. And then we've just got to weld up this, we'll pulse weld this tube to this flange. That's all it really needs. And then this is done. We can send it to Artec. So, a bit of a jump cut, couple of days later, slept on it, and I decided I wanted to send something a bit special to the NEC. Not that the 421 manifold that we had on the stand in the last clip isn't special, but I wanted some definite eye candy to send to the NEC. So this is a curly race spec manifold, as we call them, and as you can see, it's definitely nicer to look at with all the additional curves. I've got a tag on there. So yeah, I'm going to be shipping this off to Artec tomorrow morning. and that will be on display at the NEC from the 24th to the 26th of March, which is the weekend following this video coming out. So yeah, if you are going to the Classic Car and Restoration Show at the NEC this weekend, make sure to head over to the Artec stand. I'm going to give you a little task, and if you see this manifold, I want you to take a really stupid picture, a selfie. The more awkward and cringy the better, and the cringiest and most awkwardest looking picture, you know what I'm talking about, where there's like 40 people in the background of the picture thinking, what the fuck's this guy doing? That sort of picture I want, so really cringy. Email me the picture, Facebook message me the picture, and the most cringiest I will send a care package out to in the form of some stickers and some bits and bobs. So yeah, nice little prize there for you. So yeah, I'm going to leave that video here. Hopefully a short and sweet video on fabricating the stand. I've not done a video on fabricating the manifold because we've got videos of fabricating manifolds on the channel already. So as always, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment down below. See you next video. And don't forget to tell your nan